right. Well, welcome to the room full of people that I can't actually at this moment see. Thank you for coming along to this session. This is the Marketing Communications Special Interest Group. It's a group that we formed 8-9 years ago now, when we started to talk about the way NRENs, member NRENs and also NREN partnerships like APAN, handle and manage the communication of what they do and how they do marketing, and it applies also for the member institutions, and it also applies for the disciplines. A lot of the APAN working groups do some phenomenal research groups within them, and they were interested to make themselves more visible so that people could understand what was happening, the benefits of their work. And through them, of course, the impact of the NRENs in each of the various member economies. And so we started to work with all of the APAN members to identify what was happening, how it was being done, and discovered that it's an incredible diversity of activities there. Each of the NRENs has their own characteristics, not just in terms of scale and wealth, but also in the way that they are set up. So some of them are partnerships at universities, and so they have a bottom-up justification, if you will, to the broader community of what they do and the value proposition. Other NRENs are set up as creations of ministries or agencies of ministries, and they have a different communication problem. And so we've been trying to understand what we can do collectively and individually to help each other, to learn from each other. And so we formed a special interest group to share knowledge, share experiences. We've had usually one of these sessions, I think, pretty much every APAN meeting. Sometimes we've run a workshop. We've had some marketing people from some NRENs provide some perspective. Some people are actually hired to do this. In many NRENs, there isn't a dedicated person hired to do this. And so the interesting thing has been to try and understand how we can build some sort of collective understanding of things. And in the case of APAN, it has its own marketing and communications activities, which Liana and Oshan can talk about maybe a bit later. Putting you on the spot there, guys. And then we also have individual NRENs, and then the partnership of NRENs. We have things like our newsletters, our social medias, and so on, things like that. All these things come together. And so this session here, we've got a few different perspectives. We're going to have some speakers from ASREN, Yusuf Tolman and Nisreen Al-Kuza, to talk about what ASREN, the Arab States Research and Education Network, does. It's a partnership similar to APAN. We'll have Shashini talking from Learn, the Sri Lankan NREN. I'm briefly going to touch on some interesting topics as well related to marketing communications, and particularly relationship management. I can see a little bit of the room now. Thank you, Liana. And we'll hopefully have some good questions and discussion from the audience as well. I'm keen to get new perspectives, new interests, new questions brought into the discussion. I think in terms of timing, perhaps I might ask our friends from ASREN to start off. Yusuf, I believe you are going to introduce, and then Nisreen will continue.
Yes, if you allow me. Actually, maybe it's more into communications, but maybe because it's the first time to APAN for a long time, actually. So if you allow me to do some, can I share my screen? I have to be granted access to share my screen. I will do just a quick introduction about ASREN, because as I said, we have been a long time without being connected. We started working together maybe 10 years ago, and then we are trying to resume. We had some refresh and the restart of ASREN again, which Sri will go through. But for us, as in terms of history, we have been created in 2011 with under the League of Arab States, which is the official umbrella of the connection of the Arab countries. We have 22 Arab countries. we had some challenges also in establishing ASEAN. Took us some time, but meanwhile we have managed to have until now 14 Arab NRENs to be 14 actually out of 22. 14 Arab NRENs are official members of ASEAN, and now we are enjoying like the governance coming from our NRENs together all together. The rest do not have NRENs until now, so therefore they are not part of ASEAN. Once they have NRENs, they will be joining, inshallah. Well, our vision and mission actually is all around mainly, basically we are regional network, so we have to establish the Pan-Arab Regional Network. And we should support the development of NRENs in the Arab countries. So we have supported several Arab NRENs to develop their NRENs. And when ASEAN started in 2010, we had only 6 NRENs in the Arab region. Now we have 14 NRENs in the Arab region. ASEAN contributed to that development. And the third objective of ASEAN is to establish mechanisms for supporting and promoting cooperation through capacity building, workshops, conferences, in addition to services, which I think no time for going into the services for now. But I want to take you to a tour in where is ASEAN now, what we are doing now. We have changed our logo, but Nasreen will go through details for that. It's a communication aspect. We have now many Arab countries connected. We are now establishing POP in London, and we are moving this POP to Amman, to Jordan, actually to Aqaba in Jordan. So we'll have our POP within our country and connect the Arab countries to that, mainly to that POP, in addition to some NRENs who have to be connected to Europe directly. That's because of the cost of having cross-border fiber. We have a future project which is Medusa, will bring the dark fiber down to each country, which I will come to in another slide. ASEAN is establishing its own cloud. We have our private cloud is there in place. We are now working on connecting, working with the cloud providers. We are trying to follow some kind of OCRE model in terms of procurement and strategic planning for the cloud. What we are doing now, our focus, which is I like before maybe while going through this slide, what I like from APAN is that they have communities that are directly doing work like science, who are based in science, like biodiversity. I think you have a climate community, we have a health community. So this is what we like to have to exchange experience. From our side, we have been working with the science communities for a long time, and it's one of the pillars that we are paying attention, and it's one of the main focus areas for us. So we have partnering with many organizations, many institutions, and many initiatives that focus on science cooperation. I want to highlight this Katowice declaration because I think it could be something of interest to work with the APAN region also. We have signed MOU, a declaration actually between GIANT, ASEAN representing Africa, and Red Declara in Latin America. The objective of this declaration is to work to support the Earth observation activities and the climate actions across the continent. And I like the triangle that has been, we call it Science Triangle. It's something actually we have all of us are partner with the Earth observation community and the group of Earth observation. So we wanted to see something all together, how we can support Earth observation across the continents, 3 continents. And I think it could be a good idea to have it also further with APAN region. We had this communication. We have many projects that we have working along, very successful. All of them are actually supported by the European Commission. And I want to thank Giant, all of them were under the partnership with Giant. So Giant was one of the main instrument of supporting ASREN for more than 15 years. And even before starting ASREN, Giant was supporting us to establish ASREN, in addition to the European Commission. So I would like here to thank European Commission and Giant all the time. Now, I also want to thank Giant and the European Commission for the Humidity Plus project. The Humidity Plus project, I think it's very, very important project. It's a very good start. It started in September last year. It's 13 million euros with 90% support contribution from the European Commission. It has several work packages. I think I don't need to go through these work packages, but we are allowed in this project to support to establish the Arab Open Science Cloud, which is similar to European Open Science Cloud, African Open Science Platform, and I wonder what is the kind of mechanism of open science development in APAN region, which we would like to explore and work together. In addition to other, we want to extend utilization of HPCs across the region, at least our region. So it's very important project. We would like to see how we can have synergies between APAN, also APAN region. And another project which we are proud of is the Medusa project, where it should provide 200 gigabit per second per country across the Medusa cable, submarine cable. So that will connect the Arab North African countries together with the East Mediterranean countries, which means here 7 Arab countries to be utilizing 200 gigabit per second per country. I can say that ASREN is partnering with the world. We have all of these we have signed MOUs. We have been working together with our membership. Of course, on the top is the League of Arab States, Association of Arab Universities, European Commission, many organizations. And we are proud now that we are starting the APAN partnership. Now we should sign, I think, I don't know what is the time, but our ambassador, who is at he's with you now, Akram Abu Rub, he's with you. So Akram, he's our ambassador there to meet with you, to discuss with you, and to sign the MOU on behalf of ASREN. I don't want to go to the list of objectives of the MOU, but I think mainly we want to cooperate. We want to find mechanisms, share resources, share experience, capacity building activities. For me, the main focus I'm interested in is to engage with your science communities so that we can better utilize our network for the scientists in our region also. The rest of the presentation will be by NREN, so allow me to stop sharing my screen. All what I wanted to do is to do some introduction and leave the floor to our communication specialist when she has the time for that. Markus, thank you. Liana, thank you. Akram, you hear us, please. Take care of sending our message and meet with as much people as you can. Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Yusuf.
Thank you, Yusuf. That was great. Fascinating to see how much progress you've made. That's amazing, the growth. Nisreen, there she is. Nisreen, are you able to share? I'm crossing my fingers.
Thank you. So thank you, Yusuf, for the introduction about ASREN. So I'll focus now on the marketing or communication aspect. First, I mean, ASREN is facing many challenges continuously. One I could mention is the need for stronger advocacy at the national levels, meaning having as well the national government or the authority on board with ASREN's vision so we can utilize more impact on the national level. But more on the marketing aspect is, I can say, working things out with what you have. Yusuf mentioned that communication specialist, Nisreen, and for ASREN, it has only one communication personnel. We work as family, as a team, with continuous efforts from the team. We try to do our communication. So we take what we have in different aspects, different verticals, and then I try to communicate them and promoting with the continuous support from Yusuf. So I was hired in ASREN last year, and it had a big challenge of the restructure of ASREN making a bold return. So Yusuf already mentioned that ASREN renewed its identity, visual identity. And basically it came with a renewed vision and mission. And it wanted to come back stronger to better serve the research and education community. So the challenge that we had is to renew the visual identity to reflect such strong vision. So you've already seen this slide with ASREN's old identity and the new one. We carefully selected each element of the new visual identity to reflect this vision and mission, which is uniting minds, shaping future. It's not only a slogan. We wanted to provide a statement that we want to come back stronger and unite efforts towards serving the community. So as you see in the map of the Arab region, embedded you have the letter A, which reflects many things: Arab, Asia, Africa, evolution, access, ASREN itself. And we made a little bit of twist here, if you notice, with Somalia, to show that the region actually interconnects together. I have a video that I can show that better visualize the vision that I'm talking about. I'm not sure that the sound would work or not, but at least you'll be able to see the idea. So yeah, as you can see, each element was carefully selected and chosen, even the colors, even the lines, to reflect this new vision. What we did as well is, okay, we have this new identity and we need to promote it creatively on social media. So we did an intensive media campaign. Over a week, we had different posts building anticipation for the audience until we got to the point where we said, yes, this is the moment you've been waiting for, and this is the new ASREN. So we had a new vision, and we actually promoted the video that I just showed. Accompanying the new vision and promoting on media, we were working as well on building a website that embodies such this new vision. And as I said, work with what you have. So I was the communication officer and I had the task, we need a new website and we need this to reflect the new identity. So I worked with AI, programming, working sources that we have to build the website that we currently have. It's asren.net, and you can see different elements. And at the time, we didn't have technical personnel specialized for website development, so we had to do it from scratch and learn it by ourselves. Another thing that we did as efforts, marketing, communication, is re-engagement, putting ASREN back on the map, re-engaging with the community, and marketing this for the audience. So on our different meetings, on our different visits, and engagement with different audience. And ASREN fingerprint. We had to be every time, everywhere. Being part of different regional events as well, symposium, marketing ASREN's new vision, and showing that ASREN is back and stronger than ever. And a key thing that helped us to promote ASREN's new vision is our annual conference, which is held in December each year. So we had EH24 conference as a platform to promote this new vision and to show what ASREN achieved in 2024. And we perceive it as a very successful conference in comparing to the previous ones, because ASREN really showed its achievements and impact. We had new initiatives as well. As you can see in the picture, the Women in STEM track, we had a track to empower women, and that was the first edition. And it was very successful. I mean, we hosted women from the Arab region, and we put the spotlight on their success stories and how they tackle the challenges they face every day. So we used this platform to connect it. I mean, EH has a strong power where it connects a different audience. I mean, you know it yourself because now you're having a regional conference. So same way, it was a very good opportunity for ASREN to show that it's back and strong. And yeah, a bit on numbers, we had very good participation from NRENs. In particular, we had 24 NRENs in addition to the speakers and the countries that were represented, and we were really proud of the achievement and the participation that we had. And leading to saying that we will have as well a conference EH25, which will be opportunity as well. I mean, in 2024, we introduced a year of achievements, but in 2025, we're hoping to show deliverables. So that's on the marketing side. Thank you very much for listening. And if you have any question, please feel free.
Thank you, Nisreen. Question to the room, anybody? Thank you. All right, thank you, Nisreen. Really interesting to see your evolution. That's quite impressive, especially that refresh. I quite like that video. In that case, I might hand over to Shashini if she's ready, willing, and able. And since she's there, she doesn't have a screen sharing problem, I hope.
Hello. Yeah. Very good afternoon to you all. Hi, Markus. Nice to see you there. Markus and Liana, thank you very much for providing this opportunity for me to present here. Yes, so I'm going to present about a case study, how LEARN enhance the engagement of its stakeholders through social media. So let me share my screen. Thank you very much. Okay, yeah, back to the presentation. Yeah, I'm going to present a case study, how LEARN, the National Research and Education Network of Sri Lanka, we did, how we improved the stakeholder engagement through our social media campaign. Yeah, moving forward, I will give you a little brief of understanding what is LEARN and what are our stakeholders. So as I said, we are the NREN providing network and IT services to universities and research institutes. Basically, we are providing our services to the research and higher education sector. So who are our stakeholders? Primarily, it's research and education community. So when it comes to research and education community, we can identify different stakeholders like researchers, academics, academic supporting staff, then students, government agencies, industry partners. So these are our main stakeholders. Stakeholders means people who are engaging with us and also who are being affected, who are like directly involved, and we can say like affected by our work, and also people who are like involved with our work. So why this engagement is important? If I ask like that, I believe all of you are working with working in organization. So so you know like how important it is to engage with our stakeholders. Mainly, to build the awareness, drive the adoption of services, and also gathering feedback, because these stakeholders are very important, because they are they are like our main factor of our business or our organization. So the feedback with them and the engagement with them, that is very much important. So this is just to give an understanding about what is learn and who are our stakeholders and why engagement with them is important. Okay, so before moving to the other slide, I will just tell you a story, just a few experiences I had. So when I went to do my higher studies, I mean my MBA, I was meeting a lot of professionals from different industries, and we are like discussing. And even with our academics lectures, we are discussing what sort of role we are doing. So people ask where are you working? I'm saying I'm working at Learn. People are like, okay, so what is it, what you all are doing? Kind of things. So I'm explaining like, so I'm also now wondering how can I explain where I'm working and what's my role and all. So the easiest thing I could say is, you all are enjoying Zoom, right? You all are doing, we all are like doing our lectures through Zoom. So we are the entity who's providing Zoom for universities. Then people are like, oh, okay, yeah, then you guys must be providing services for universities. So that's how it goes. I believe that may be the case of most of the NRENs. NRENs are existing, but people are using the service as well. Even the lectures, they are using Zoom. But they didn't know that Learn is the entity who's providing this service. So that's one example. And also like when I'm talking to my colleagues, like who were in my undergraduate age, now they are in different industries, and I'm meeting my previous lectures, and also they're also asking where do you work now? And when I say again Learn, what is it? It is like educational institute or something like that. So it is okay. I thought it is okay for other people. I mean, people in other industries not to know it. But what if our own community don't know what we are doing? So what's the purpose? I mean, we are serving to them. They are enjoying the services also, but they don't know this entity is providing it and the importance of it. So that is the experience. This experience is not only mine. There are a few colleagues from my team, I mean, Learn here. So we all had similar kind of experience. When we talk about Learn, like no one knows, even our own community doesn't know. So that's the point we thought we should do something for this, because it is very much important our own community know what we do. Then only they get the importance of these NRENs or these institutes. So that's the ground we started it. And the challenges we saw are like the low awareness among our community, and also it's sometimes it's difficult to reaching the stakeholders as well. I mean, in the manual, let's say like when we are introducing new service, we inform it to the institutional heads, vice chancellors, head of the departments and all. But we find there's some gap. The flow of information or flow of data, there's some blockage. We also couldn't figure out where it is. So we thought, now we are in a digital world, all are like accessing for Facebook, Instagram, we all are using. I believe no one in this room is not having Facebook on their mobile, right? So we thought like this is the best way. This is the best mode we should use to promote our services and what are we, who are we. Yes, then that's why we selected social media as a solution to connect with our stakeholders easily, share the knowledge, and promote our services. Yes, so we targeted these 5 categories among our stakeholders. These are the audiences we picked. Those are the researchers, academics, academic support staff, student, and skilled professional. So you might be wondering, okay, the first 4 is okay, so why you all are focusing this skilled professional as well? Because we were facing a problem of gaining skillful people to learn. So our HR manager is here, Virinda, so he knows like how hard it was when we publish the vacancies. Some people even, we are not getting like enough CVs. We were thinking why. Maybe most of the people, even they visit our website, they don't get who are we, what are we doing. They are just thinking this is okay, this is something like NGO, some people are thinking. Some people may thinking it's like a government entity, so some people are not into the government entities to be employed there. Maybe the salaries may be low, something they are thinking. Not even the skilled professional. We were like in a trouble of getting even the interns. We are providing opportunity for interns in technical trade as well as non-technical trade. We are not getting enough CVs for that as well. So we thought like we should address this issue also through social media, because we know this new generation, they are much into social media, so we should promote our culture, our the benefits of working in NREN, like what do we offer for them, those kind of things through social media. So at the moment, we are using these 4 platforms: LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, and recently we added TikTok, because now TikTok is very much famous among the young generation, like Generation C, we call. They are like much into watching the videos and all. So the content pillars are like announcement and news, webinars, training sessions, and articles. So whatever we do, we are now publishing. We are now making aware, like we are keeping the visibility for the community. So we started this, like thinking of this and initiated the things, and started this in actually 2023. Even before that, we had our Facebook page. So you can see clearly here, like from January 2022, the page was there and some kind of followers were there. But it's not like we are not actively engaged in the page, just the followers were added somehow. And they're just being in the page. So after January 2023, you can see there's like a drastic increase of the followers because of the campaign we did. So when we calculated, we see there's like a 47% growth in Learn Facebook page. So after this campaign, and we started this campaign in 2023, and we now continue to do that. So this is the data from Learn LinkedIn page. So LinkedIn, the status of the LinkedIn page was worse than Facebook. We had only like 400, somewhere like 400 plus followers there. So actually this is where the thing like started also. So our CEO said like we should engage more in LinkedIn, because more professionals, people from other NRENs are like more connected to LinkedIn. So we should do a strategy to boost this page as well. So from 2023, we are so happy and proud to announce now from 400 plus followers now. For the end of February, we have got 4,681 total followers, which is like 90% growth. So we are so happy that our strategies we used and all are now like very much effective, and we can see that through the outputs. So that's why we thought we should share this with you all, with other NRENs as well. Because like, I believe like similar problems may be prevailing in other NRENs as well. So we can show our experience, we can share our experience for other NRENs to grow and do these things as well. And also like we are more focused on Facebook and LinkedIn. We are now thinking about how we can develop YouTube, and TikTok is the recently started one. So in YouTube, what we thought is it's better to put the contents, especially we do a lot of capacity development programs, and we record the sessions. It's good to put it, like share the knowledge, like wherever possible. Now we are doing we are recording the sessions and put it on our YouTube channel for all people to watch, like making it available for everyone. So at the moment, those are the only things we publish in our YouTube channel. And TikTok, this is very recently started. We have only few videos available. This is actually like TikTok page we started to promote our culture among interns and other skillful professionals now, just to like know more, like towards for the information, but just to promote our culture. Okay, so let's speak about the challenges and lessons learned. So this is a kind of experiment we did, and we see the outputs. There are some challenges we faced in this initiative as well. So the initial struggle is with gaining followers. We were thinking like how to gain followers. We can't like go and just say people like, please like our page, please follow our page, kind of things doesn't work. It's very, very much difficult to get the momentum first. But after you get the momentum, it keeps growing. So it was a really challenge to gain the followers in the first steps. And also, it's very much important to keep the consistency and keep the engagement with the page followers. This is also very challenging because we actually, myself and my team here, like we have different roles. Actually, I'm not a marketing person. I'm looking after projects and solutions, but yet I'm working with a lot of stakeholders. So then I know how their mindset work. Similar same as for my other colleagues. So they are working with other stakeholders. So we thought like we should give inputs to understand the mind of the people who we are working with and give that inputs for a freelancer. Maybe when we give the inputs for a person, like these are the things you should focus, you should publish these kind of posts, so that person is only designing the things, so he's doing. So first, at the first stages, designing part also we did it. So that was a challenge. And there are like a lot of lessons learned actually. So we have found out that visual and interactive contents performs better. Nowadays, people don't like to read a lot of things, right? They are like to watch the videos. Even though we put a lot of information, just like with a flyer or something, keep the information very short and brief. But the thing is a little bit different in LinkedIn. I believe LinkedIn community like to read. When we write articles, we see like a lot of people are going and clicking on it. People like to read. But the community in Facebook is totally different. They even don't like to see the big stuff. They just scroll down. Right? So one of the lessons is when we can't use the same strategy for Facebook and LinkedIn both. For example, if we publish an article in LinkedIn, we should brief it in an attractive way, like summarizing the things in a flyer or something, then publish in Facebook. And then we can put the link for the LinkedIn, if anyone interested, can go and read it. Likewise. Yeah, and then engaging with comments and feedback strengthens the relationship. We see like people go and people just comment on the section, so we should keep the engagement with them. Or else like they feel like they are like left there. We are not interested to even to reply them. So it's good to keep the communication, good to keep the engagement with the commenters. Okay, so these are the takeaways I suggest for the NRENs. So if you are willing to promote your services, promote your entity within your community, so you have to first identify your key audience and tailor content accordingly. Because we know, like, as I showed, different stakeholders are engaging with us. So we should target different stakeholder categories. We should not bias towards one, because then we are left in one. Let's say like we are focusing to researchers. We are publishing a lot of content for researchers, but not for student community who we are having. So they feel bored about the page. They feel useless page. This is a useless page. We don't know what even this is, kind of things. So it's good to prepare a social media calendar first. So that's what we are doing. We are preparing a calendar. We decide what are the dates we are putting, days we are publishing content, and we are like in a column we are mentioning whom we are targeting. So that's pretty much important, so that we know our content is balanced. So this post is targeting for academics. This is for technical people like academic support staff. This one is for students. And these contents we are publishing to make awareness of our services that is beneficial for both researchers and students. That kind of striking balance we are doing. And we should be consistent in posting, because we know like when we do posting, people get the attraction for the page. If we like post this week and don't post anything for the next couple of weeks, then the momentum is broken, right? So we should be consistent in posting and interacting with the followers. Why social media matters for NREN? So this is something we don't think much. When I go and look into other pages of other NRENs, most of them are like inactive. We don't find any pages there, but no post, no any awareness of the things they are doing. But that doesn't mean that those NRENs are not working, not doing anything. They are doing a lot of stuff, but announcements, I mean, making awareness is not happening. I believe it's really good to aware other people what we are doing, so that people know what we do, and also they might take something from what we are doing, right? I believe like as per the campaign we did, we see a big change in our community. Now they speak about learn. Oh, okay, I saw something you posted like this, kind of thing. Now at least they know, right? So it's good, like even for other NRENs, it's good your community talk about you. Yes. So since I mentioned like tailor content post for our target stakeholders, I thought it's good to show some examples. So as I said, like the first post, this is for the researchers. The output of this is from SciVal data powered by the Scopus database. So the first post is targeted for the researchers actually. And also for the common public, they then get an understanding how their universities are performing and all. And also the second post is for the awareness of services we are giving. That is for the whole general public as well as for the administrative people and other community people to get to know what we are doing and what are the new services we are introducing. And this is a post we did, like we are sharing experiences of our interns as well, just to give understanding about our culture. So what they learn and what they did here and all. So this makes student community interested. They're happy to see, like we can see engagement with that. I mean, even people are coming and congratulating them and all. So it's good to see and good to expose the experiences people are taking, because people like to speak, not only speak about services and all, but people like to see the achievements of people as well. So for example, these are the examples I provided for mix of informative and engaging content. When it comes to engaging content, we should target the post where we can gain the attraction of people. So as I said, like we are promoting the things, the achievements of our employees. So this is one of the achievement our CEO, Professor Roshan got. And we got really, really good engagement for that post, because he's a very famous person within the community. So through his achievement, we are boosting our page, right? That's a little bit of tactic. And even like we are doing the same with our other employees as well. If they achieved something, we praise it. And also meanwhile, like we are posting things like importance of the service, and something we felt is some people even don't know how to get the maximum use of their the benefits we provide. Something is this ac.lk domain, ac.lk email. So this ac.lk email is provided by Learn, and all the students and academics are getting an email with ac.lk email. They can gain a lot of facilities, lot of services, discounts, and all through that email, because that email is identified like this person is related to academic. So we are like educating them in really good ways, like with these kind of flyers and all. We are not putting huge lot of details like in written details, but also posts like this. And also through the workshops we do, a lot of people are coming and participating in that workshops. So we use them, like we post their pictures so that they come and see whether my photo is there. So if there's my photo, I share it, kind of tactics to boost the page. Yes, as I said, be consistent in posting and interacting with followers. These are the information I took from LinkedIn page. We have kept some competitors. We can keep competitors and analyze where are we compared to our competitors. So unfortunately, I don't see any of the NRENs in South Asian region is like doing any posting. So that we put some other NRENs and NREN consortiums from different regions. They are doing really good, and we kept our competitors in a higher position, and we are competing with them. But that's really good. I mean, the population of Sri Lanka is just only 22 million. This consortium, like let's say this European consortium like JOINT is like with lot of countries, but still we can compete with them, so that we are having a good understanding, like we can gain this engagement with less number of people if we are putting quality content there. One of the objective of this presentation of mine is to encourage other NRENs in South Asian region, at least this APAN community, to use social media to promote their services. You will feel the difference. You can do this as a like experiment and see. Use your pages to promote your services, engage with your community, make the most out of them, like let them to use your services and make the most out of it. So that's the ultimate message I wanted to give you all. And also I would like to know if any NREN member here from other NREN who would like to work with us on this, exchange knowledge and maybe experiences. I see there are some really good content from SREN. They are like promoting how they are like rebranded their name and promoting things. Likewise, there is possibility and there's venue available all of us to share what we do and learn from each other. And as a community, we can be more strengthened, more powerful like that. Yeah, that's the final, Raja.
Thank you, Sasini. It's a very good experiences you have shared. And actually, I would like to just share our story as well, just for 1 minute. I think yeah, we are also less active with the websites, but more active with the social medias. And our Facebook is very active, actually. So we have around 13K followers and 10K likes are there. So the important thing that we observe is that actually it was due to the COVID era. So that helped us great. Actually, we provided them our Zoom supports and other to our schools and colleges. And another important aspect is like we reach out to our members and they usually take NRENs as a technical partners for any academic activities. And we send our network engineers to support them for the live streaming of their events as well. I think that kind of activities really help us to get those followers and likes. So I think and based on that, actually, we also do some of the recorded sessions that is on the YouTube, but most of them are as offline, so that is not able to access. But we help them to record their sessions as well. Yeah. So from that way, actually, engagement is somehow good, but still, how frequently they are interact, that is another way of indicators, I think. But yeah, and actually from our case as well, I'm sure that social media is going to be a very important tools to reach to our communities and members. And thanks, yeah, Lon is also doing very good here.
Thank you, Rajan. I see actually like really good content coming from your page regarding this telemedicine kind of work, right? You all are like, that's a very lacking area in Learn. Like we don't have any initiatives related to telemedicine. But in Nepal, we see like a lot of things happening, and also like you are like really nicely publishing those. So that's one of the interested thing I saw in your page, and thank you very much for your input. Yeah, with that, actually, my presentation comes to an end, but I would like to not like a Q&A, but also like I would like to discuss with you all. So if you have any other comments, any feedback you can give, anything, welcome. Maybe things we can learn as well, yeah.
It seems like you're doing a really good job of pushing the social media and focusing on the different demographics in the different platforms. I'm just wondering, on LinkedIn, are you kind of leveraging the other NRENs here to do repost, and have you measured the amount of reposting that other people are doing?
Like in some posts, when we are like collaboratively doing, we are mentioning their page, so that we are getting like really good engagement and reposting there. For example, if I say like we are about to start an initiative with John named this NREN Twining project, so that we are announcing that, mentioning like, tagging their NREN, so that people from that NREN is also coming and watching it, liking it, commenting it. Yeah, that's going like really good, but we didn't like measure it like in a figure wise. We didn't measure. We see the engagement has increased. Like collaboratively, the engagement is like force like that. The engagement is in a like really good status.
Can I check if the other NRENs in the room have you all kind of cross-connected with each other, just to make sure this information flows out? I know LinkedIn sometimes a bit, things scroll up a bit fast and you might miss it, but collectively we should all be, somebody here should spot it and then repost. One last question. What's the duration of the ac.lk email addresses? Is it only while they're actually in education, or does it persist past for your alumni?
Past in the sense like...
So when you leave university, do you still keep that email address?
Actually, when they're getting our membership, this is one of the benefits they're getting, ac.lk domain. So that institute is recognized as an education institute where they can enjoy some benefits. I believe in like Microsoft and Google platform, they can get discount rates if they are identified as ac.lk. Like in their website, they are mentioning like, let's say ABC University, abc.ac.lk. So that with that domain, they can get some benefits, discounted prices and all for the universities.
When does that end? When they finish university, or does it?
Yeah, Vatsala is the best person. Yeah, she's the operations manager.
So when it comes to the email, it depends on the university actually. We are giving the domain. So they decide whether to, like the staff they take, they are given it for the whole time they are working there. The student usually it ends with their student once they finish once they graduate, usually it comes to an end. The email, they usually, different universities has different policies. We are not doing anything about that. We are only giving the domain. They have the freedom to create emails and distribute it among student and staff. So we are only giving the domain. So yes.
Something we've found at the Australian National University is we provide an alumni email address just to identify them as postgraduates and actually in the workforce. But that gives us kind of a lifelong engagement with them, basically kind of as they get older, asking them about funding programs or making donations, particularly to their own university or to an area that they've got a great deal of interest in.
I just wanted to comment on this because I think it's a great marketing opportunity for alumni to be part of that community. UWA, gosh, I don't remember when that was, early 2000s maybe. Yeah, offered a lifetime alumni email address. So if you're a graduate of the University of Western Australia, you could have this alumni email forever. And then after a while, it got curbed to being a forwarding service once it got so big, and then just got terminated. But it's a shame because then you kind of lost this opportunity to market to alumni, to get them in to share their experiences and for scholarships and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's it's great that ANU still has that going.
It gives the parents kind of a bit of a drive in terms of where they suggest their kids go to university as well. And it gives the parents a bit more opportunity to actually continue to be part of the community and then kind of suggest where their kids go to university and how they can engage further.
Yeah, that's really good idea, right? Even like now I have completed my MBA, my master's, but still I can use my email, but it will be removed soon. So yeah. So that's a like really good.
Separate from ac.lk, something that identifies the alumni and move them. So maybe a subdomain, so alumni.ac.lk, and I think the interaction would probably be better to connect them with Learn rather than, that gives you the first opportunity for beneficiary and grant funding from them. It also kind of takes, one of the issues that I think UWA had was the cost of providing those email services long running. But if you're able to tap into the funding of that community, it's a good way to kind of keep that lifelong engagement with your NREN.
But that is good. So in some universities, alumni supports the universities. Like in Sri Lanka, we have the our state university system is a free education system. So most of us have gone to government university, so we haven't paid anything. So state universities. So there are universities run by the government money, public money. So maybe that would be a good way to keep who have already graduated and earning, give something back to the university by doing that as well. That's a very good idea. We should find a way to convey that message to the universities. Yes, thank you. Yes, win-win. Yes, thank you.
Sashini, we've got a question from Nisrin. How useful you perceive to have premium social media accounts? Do you do ads often or boosting posts?
Yeah, I would say that the follower content we show, it's like they are like original followers. We don't like boost anything, but we boost only the job advertisements. Yeah. Yeah. Job advertisements on Facebook we boost. Other than that, we don't boost anything. Just these are the original followers, original likes, and all we are getting.
And the premium social media account question?
We don't use that. No, Marcus. This is actually something like an experiment we did, and we've got the outputs of it, and now like we are more focused on it. Yeah. Anything else?
Can we just get some input, right? Maybe from the back. Where are you from? May I ask? Right at the back. The lady with the glasses. Here.
Oh, hello. I'm Karen from SURF. From the Dutch NREN. I'm not from the marketing department, so I'm just listening here.
Karen from SURF, yeah?
Yes,
okay.
I'm in the network development department, and I'm a product manager of Netherlight.
Okay, but would you by any chance know the kind of marketing efforts that SURF takes for their members?
A little bit. I am a little bit involved in it, and I was just, while I was listening to you, also wondering at SURF, because we've grown so big, we are, I think it's around 700 people working there now, and we have so many different types of services and teams and departments. We've actually been asked to post things on your personal LinkedIn account. Also, because we are so many and they cannot, as a company, as SURF, post all the relevant information, but also because they think it may be more effective in some ways because of the whole personality thing that comes with that. And I was wondering if any of the other NRENs here present have experiment with that, or if it's similar in some of your NRENs, or if you're only posting things from your company profiles.
That is really interesting to know, because every time when I look at the dashboard, SURF is in the top with the with the follower metrics and even the total engagement metrics as well, which means the employees inside the organization can be good ambassadors to show the work we do and to show the impact of the services and all. Like, let's say, like, if they are engaging in something, if they are proud of it, they can post it, right? Then their friends and other colleagues and all are like praising those kind of posts. Maybe that's the reason I'm actually wondering
Yes.
how they are keeping number one, because they are like, we can't beat it. Like, I mean, even none of the others. Normally, like this Jaunt and Internet too, they are like changing their positions time to time, but not Surf.
Yes, we're all encouraged to be active on LinkedIn especially. We are actually not on, that I know of. I think we are not on Facebook, Instagram, certainly not TikTok. We're also maybe even discouraged to be on it. And there has been recently a shift also from Twitter, now called X, to something called Mastodon. You know, all in the whole discussion about digital sovereignty and who owns it and how likable is the owner of the platform. I think this was the problem with the Twitter. We are encouraged to not use them all. But I do have I have an Instagram account of my cats, and I follow all of these NRENs and liking their posts, but I'm just looking at that from the profile of my cats. But yeah, it's interesting that Surf, I didn't know that we had that many followers, because this...
They have some bans. Similarly, some countries might not using some maps. So that also something you should consider. That's why I just want some inputs from you all also, because you guys may be using some other platforms to do that. But still, those count, right? So we would like to learn from each other what sort of platforms they use and what kind of strategies they use. So the thing you pointed out is something really good, like we should make it in the culture, make the employees encouraged to publish, be proud of what they do and publish. Sometimes people get discouraged, like they may be thinking I'm like showing off my work kind of things, no?
Yes.
Right? But no, it's like good to show what we are doing for people, unless otherwise how people know it, right?
Right, yeah.
Thank you, Karen. Any other NRENs? Chai, do you know how Thailand does it?
We might have a different problem. Actually, we have NREN, but in fact, it's not really NREN. The name actually is Uninet. So it's a university network. We cannot change the name. It belongs to the ministry. So we do have NREN, but not much activity, because everything depends on the Uninet. It's the one that control all the budget and directly with the ministry. So we don't have any problem because we do nothing. So sorry. I'll just try, because if I started, it's gonna be me. So that's the big problem also.
That's
so I don't want to do it. So, but actually, we have like, every year we have the annual meeting, well, like conference like this, maybe 3 days, but it's similar to APAN. It's called Wanka, and everybody come, every university come. But it's not under NREN, it's under Uninet, because they do have the budget. So, but we try, when we come out, we use NREN.
Yeah, that's one of the problem in NRENs. We have limited employees and we are doing...
Maybe you can help. If you could help, maybe we can talk. And then and we can start it.
Similar thing happened here in Learn as well, because I'm not a marketer or like person like that. No one there to take care of LinkedIn page and right, Vatsala, even for a Facebook page, like we too took the lead and did it. Now it has become our work, but somehow we are enjoying it. And now we are getting the support of our interns and one freelancing person to do the designing parts and all.
A quick question, Karen. Is there any advice that is given by your central marketing department in terms of what tags you should put on posts, just to make sure that there's that association between Surf and your personal account?
Not really, just that they tell us not to use too many tags.
Okay.
Sometimes I was told, oh, you're using too many tags or too long text. Also, they're trying to keep it short.
Okay.
Anyone else want to share from the floor? Any other NRENs we have here? Good, Sri Lanka, Thailand done, Surf. Anyone else? Nepal done. Nope. Okay. Markus, over to you.
Oh, thank you. I was going to talk about, a little bit about engagement and relationship management, but I think we might save that for another session. Just to come back to Karen's point, there is nobody in the room whose job it is, I think, in their job title to be marketing and communications. Something we've discovered very often is that every NREN just finds people to do it, from the CEO down. And like the first time we had a marketing communication session, half the people in the room were the executive director or the CEO or some poor person like the project manager whose job had suddenly become to do marketing communication. And to come back to Andrew's point about the sharing of information and following each other, that's the purpose of this interest group, is to make sure that people are aware of each other and that they have these LinkedIn profiles and Facebook or not. And Liana and Sean are doing a lot of great work following pretty much everybody, because we use that to build up the knowledge of what's happening across the APAN community, for things like the APAN newsletter. And I can just see half of Sean there on the side of the screen. I don't know if he or Liana wants to talk about the newsletter and Pulse activities in the last 4 minutes that we have.
Yeah, we can. So, first question, are you all on APAN's announced mailing list? Let's have a show of hand. How many of you are on APAN's mailing list? Right, so that's like less than half. So you could just drop us an email to be part of the announced list. So in the announced list, usually we will, or rather we go to the working groups to ask for content for our newsletters. Because we do have like about 11, 12 working groups, but if they don't give their content, the NRENs don't give their content, most of the time it's always Learn who has a lot of content. And we keep going back to them for content and putting up, giving us content for newsletters. So, but what it is always a challenge, getting the right content for newsletters, because we like to feature working groups, the NREN members, sometimes, and we also have like a feature session of 5 minutes with either the ex-chairman or someone reputable from APAN. While we had the newsletter planned, last year we launched APAN Pulse. So it's similar to the stories in the field, but we wanted to look at stories at Asia Pac level. So we have started that. So if you can just go on to pulse.apan.net, you can also submit your stories there. Again, we have the most content from Learn, who's been constantly giving us stories. But we would like, even it doesn't have to be, we are not looking at research papers or technical papers. We want stories, right? Something that has created impact, your experiences, or even an NREN experience. So just hop onto the website and submit your stories, right? So that is something that we are doing for the APAN community, just to have a portal to just gather stories. So whether it's NREN specific, working group specific, or a research field specific. So I think in terms of Pulse, I'm not sure how many stories we have, but even for the fellows, we are getting them to share the experience on Pulse itself. They used to send us reports, but we said stop all that and then put up your experiences rather on Pulse. Right. Yeah, Markus, I think that's pretty much about Pulse.
Yep, no, that's cool. The other thing too is with all of this content information is we can share it centrally and through the announced list and through Pulse. We've also had discussions before about localizing it so that it can be translated, perhaps with the help of our fellows, into your local languages, which makes it much more easier, of course, to share through your communities. So much as we use English as the shared common language here, we appreciate your audiences may not have as much English in there. Can I just say thank you to Nazreen and Shashini? Both of those were really interesting presentations. And Shashini, some of those insights, we should put that in a checklist so that every NREN has that and goes like, oh yeah, they did that and that worked and they didn't do that and that didn't work and so on. So we should have a think about how we do that. Can I just ask for a big thank you from the room for Nazreen and Shashini's and Yusuf? I think he's gone. Thank you for them. And Liana, I think we can close the session on time so people get their coffee, right?
Yep, right on time. Thank you very much, Markus, Nisrin and Yusuf, who joined us today. Hope to see you next, Markus, in the next APAN.
Yep, definitely
Right,
plan to be there.
thank you, everyone. So if you want to be part of the announce list, I mean, those who, just a quick one, those who actually register for an APAN meeting, you will automatically be, because I think you give consent that we can share announcements. So, but if any of your colleagues are interested, then just drop us an email and we put you on the announce list as well. Thank you.